Andy Bay on the RDAllen multiplayer server, and we are joined on the server at the moment by Ryan, Farm King, and Andy, and working on some seeding here at the moment. Seeding canola here on field 13. And of course we got the John Deere 85. This is the 8520 here. And looks like, I believe that's Andy over there finishing up the last of the harvest there. Just a little bit left on this field here to harvest yet. And for the next upgrades, we'll probably have to look at purchasing some new fields here. We got some larger tractors now. Obviously, you know, the John Deere 8520 here. We got the Kurovitz as well. Another larger tractor there. Larger combine. Now we probably just need some fields here to actually use this equipment on. Currently just have the starter fields here at the moment. We haven't purchased any fields yet that I know of. Probably should look at a different seeder here as well. That'd be nice. A seeder that actually fertilizes at the same time. The seeder here does not fertilize, just seeds. So we do have to come back through and fertilize this field yet. Of course, something we got to keep an eye on this map is, of course, the size of the roads and gates and whatnot to be able to get the equipment in and out of. Even this tractor here, for example, there's a couple of gates I found that you cannot get this tractor in through. You know, the smaller single gates there, this tractor will not fit through those gates, or at least not very well anyway. And I'm just guessing as well, probably this style of tractor with the duals on it, the row crop duals, probably not a very common sight to see in the UK. Like I said before, typically UK usually see the wider single wide tires as opposed to duals. And just a reminder again, if you would like to join us on the multiplayer server, information is in the description of this video below. There are 2 download links for each server. First download link should download all the mods needed to join the server. Second download link will take you to the server download page where you can download the mods individually. And you can download them all from there as well. And just keep in mind, if you're using the download all link, make sure you unzip that file once you download it. When you download all the mods using the download all links, it downloads all the mods into one zip file, which you need to obviously extract there and put those then into your mod folder. Also make sure when you're replacing mods, make sure you replace it with a version that is on this server here. It is still very important here in Farming Simulator that you run the exact same version of the mod that the server has. That does seem to give people quite a bit of trouble there. You know, they're like, well, I have the mod. Yes, but do you have the right version of the mod? And, of course, with the multiplayer server here, too, we have been editing our mods a little bit as of late. You know, trying to fix any of the errors with them. This 8530, for example. I believe this mod had a few errors in it, and Chris fixed those. Several other vehicles as well we've fixed various errors and issues with.
User disconnected from your channel.
And especially any mods we think we're going to be using maybe long term, you know, we'll try to fix those. You know, for just, for example, for mods like Don Diego or Gift of the Caucasus that come with mod packs, probably won't take the time to fix those mods, just because when we're done, we'll just delete those mods out. But yeah, like I said, for any mods we use long term, we do try to fix any errors with them. So at the moment, we don't have too many errors on the server. Obviously, you got a couple here and there. You know, nothing too serious. And then we also have a TeamSpeak server as well, which we do encourage you, if you are joining us on the multiplayer server, please join us on TeamSpeak as well. The passwords for the Farming Simulator servers can be found on TeamSpeak. And when you first join TeamSpeak there, you should get a little message that pops up and lets you know what the password is. And it's also listed in the Farming Simulator TeamSpeak channels as well. Okay, maybe we'll do another headland here, and then we'll start going up and down the field here with the GPS. Now, the shapes of the fields on this map here don't lend themselves well to GPS, but I still use it. Pretty much just need to establish a straight line, you know, fill in the gaps, and then we can just start going up and down the field. Also, if the sound is a little different, having issues with the sound board on my computer at the moment. For some reason, the normal inputs I'm using are not working, so just recording the default sound here from the system, and it appears to be recording it properly. Looks like the levels might be a little bit lower than normal, but when I'm done recording here, I'm going to have to look into it some more as to why that soundboard is not working properly. The light on it is on, indicating it's got power, but none of the inputs, or the input, I should say, that I'd like to use is not showing up for some reason. The other two inputs are showing up, but not the third input that I typically use is showing up for some reason. So either I'll have to switch inputs there, or, like I said, maybe reboot that board, see what's going on. So yeah, for those who are wondering if the sound sounds any different, that is probably why. And like I said, just from what I'm seeing in OBS window there, it looks like it's maybe just a little bit quieter than it normally is. Okay, and we'll read some comments here in a moment. Wayne was asking, why do you not use your steering wheel and side panel anymore? I am currently working on a little stand for that, so I can actually use it here again. Like I said before, this makes it difficult to use my computer if I use the steering wheel and side panel. So working on something that'll hopefully make it a little bit easier so I can use my computer and the steering wheel at the same time. Got a stand here I'm kind of building. That, like I said, hopefully it'll make it a little bit easier. So I can just kind of move it in place, then move it out of the way when I want to use the computer. Mason was saying you should do a March Madness at the basketball hoop next to Field 11. I was actually thinking that same thing as well. Not that I get into that much, but and that is, of course, on the Hobbs farm, by the way, not talking Sandy Bay here. I don't know if there's a basketball hoop on Sandy Bay or not. Hobbs farm, right by the main farm there, has a basketball hoop. Peanut was saying John Deere 4250 equals the John Deere 4840 from Farming Simulator 15. Okay, we're going to line up GPS here, 6.6. I believe that is with the markers on that, so something to keep in mind when setting GPS with some of these planners that have markers. Got to set it just a little bit lower. Otherwise, it picks up the markers for some reason. And actually, the tractor, the 4250, the John Deere 4250 that reminds me of, was actually the John Deere 4440 from Farming Simulator 15. For those who've been watching for a while, you know I liked that tractor back in Farming Simulator 15. Might have to add it on the server here, too. We'll see once. Kind of a nice two-wheel drive tractor. Don't see too many mods like that that had just the two-wheel drive. Even though it probably actually does work with four-wheel drive, if I had to guess in the game, just the way the game mechanics work. But the looks of it, it looks like a two-wheel drive John Deere tractor. Cole is saying I have the same problem with the 7R and 8R. Not, and the 4955 not working with Courseplay. And I have the latest version of Courseplay. Well, I'm not entirely sure what to see you. Obviously, if you folks watch the Hobbs Farm, you can see I am using those tractors with Courseplay. And other than Courseplay's usual derpiness, they are working just fine. So, not having any issues with them. Again, like I said, other than Courseplay's typical derpiness, which, yeah, not much you can do about that, really, I guess. And like I said, with the GPS here, pretty much just set a straight line, and then we got to fill in the missing spots here. And then we can start going up and down the field. Doesn't actually take too long to seed with this planter. Suppose once we get to some of the even bigger fields, 13 is probably one of the bigger fields on this map, but you know, like 2 and 3 and 20 down there, really big fields.
User entered your channel.
Hello. Joshua was asking in the comments, what do you play games on? Well, I play on a PC, if that's what you're asking. And that, by the way, is the reason why I have access to all the mods that we have access to. I know that seems to be quite a common question for you console users out there. To which my only really response is, if you want all the mods that the PC has, I guess you better get a PC. I very much doubt you'll ever see all the mods that you see for the PC on the console. Kind of like what we discussed. It was either last episode or episode before. You know, Giants has to approve all the mods that go on the console.
User left your channel.
Steve was saying, I'm confused. How are you doing something wrong if you're using mods and the game hasn't crashed? Wouldn't you be doing something right then? True, you would be doing something right if your game hasn't crashed using mods. I'm just trying to point out, if you're using mods in Farming Simulator 17, at some point your game is going to crash. You might as well just acknowledge that fact and realize it. Even myself, I've had it crash probably, I'm just going to say a dozen times now, just with mods. Or the result of some mod, who knows what goes on. So just something to keep in mind for those of you using mods. And that, again, kind of ties into the last question there. Why is Giants approving the mods that go on the console? Because they don't want that happening on the console. That's probably one reason you'll never see Courseplay. I have my doubts, at least anyway, on a console either. But yeah, typically if you're using mods, at some point your game is going to crash, and that is one of the reasons I use the autosave mod there, so that way if it does crash, at the most, I think it's autosaves every 5 minutes, I like to say, is the autosave interval. At the most you lose, 5 minutes worth of work. 5 minutes worth of work isn't too bad compared to, half hour, hour, 2 hours worth or something like that. And even on the server here, I believe the autosave, I like to say, is 15 minutes. It's either 15 minutes or half hour. Every 15 minutes, half hour, this game autosaves here on the multiplayer server. Kyle saying it was a 4440 back in Farming Simulator 15. Yes, it was. That is the tractor I was trying to think of there last episode. The 4250 reminds me of. Also, a couple people commenting, Courseplay version 5.01.001.01. Hopefully I got that the number of dots and zeros and ones right there. But yeah, Courseplay version is constantly updating. So for those of you who check the Courseplay GitHub there, it's probably updated already, just guessing from those that have posted the comments saying what version it is. Like I say, Courseplay gets updated almost daily, sometimes even more frequently than that. And yeah, looks like somebody posted here a bunch of what was fixed in the latest change list. Again, for those of you that work with Courseplay and want to use Courseplay, make sure you check out the Courseplay GitHub there. I believe I have a link in my mod list. There should be a mod list link in the description below for those of you who wonder where I get the mods I have from. Now, I don't have all the mods listed there. For example, this John Deere 8530. And I call it an 8530 because it's the 8530 pack. Even though this is an 8520. This 8530, for example, I do not have a link for this, as this was required using the multiplayer server here. One of the tractors that, I believe it was Chris, found this tractor. And for that reason, I will not have a link for that, because I did not download or get this tractor. Tom is asking, what do you use to record and edit your videos with? And he was also asking, why don't you get a bigger header when you have the money to buy one? Talking about Sandy Bay here with the New Holland there. And the reason we don't get a bigger header is technically that tractor doesn't support a bigger header. Yes, I suppose you could put one of the larger New Holland headers on that combine. But like I said before, I like to play somewhat realistically, so I don't put huge combine headers on small combines. As to what I use to record and edit my videos with, I use OBS Studio to record this video with here, all my gaming videos. And then I edit those typically with Cyberlink Power Director. Which, by the way, that is not a free program. OBS Studio, however, is free. So for those who wondering, OBS Studio is completely free and a really good little program there. Optimus Prime was saying, great video. Thank you very much for that. I think I'm having some lagging issues here. The ping shows it's okay. Not sure what's going on. Something that sometimes happens on the multiplayer server too. I think actually, you know what? Somebody said they were loading up bales. That might be what's going on. That will cause some lag on the server using those auto load trailers. When you see the tractor spin like that, that is definitely a... Whoa, talk about a lag spike. Yeehaw. And here again, it's lagging. I'm not even touching. Oh, there we go. Is it good? We good? No, not really. Funny, the ping doesn't actually show that it's that bad. Okay, let's see if we get lined up with the GPS here again. There we go. Seems to have sorted itself out here for the moment. Oh, maybe not. We're swerving a little bit. One thing you do to fix the swerving, typically I can usually run full speed, don't have any issues. But if you are on the multiplayer server here and you are having issues with the tractor swerving back and forth with the GPS, you simply just have to go a little bit slower. Simply means your connection speed and ping cannot keep up with the GPS. Francis was saying, and by the way, Francis has left a couple of really nice comments, so thank you very much for those. I didn't think of that as I don't know about all that stuff. I'm just a fan who enjoys watching your videos, and it seems like you are actually doing the farming in real life, and it helps me pass time. Please keep them coming. Caleb was asking, great video, and can you do a crossing point feature in a video on the crossing point feature in Courseplay? I have actually never used that feature, so I'm not entirely sure how that works. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I believe it's a feature where if your one Courseplay crosses another Courseplay, somehow it works for, like traffic collision avoidance type of thing, as far as I know.
User joined
Could be
your
wrong
channel.
on that.
User
Hello.
left your channel. User joined
Hello.
your channel.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. Yourself?
Pretty good. You got a new combine here in server 2. We got the S690i.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep. I didn't see which header did you get for it? The actual one, or did you get the folding
The
one?
one that came with the mod. The
Oh, okay.
corn head and the stripper.
Okay.
It was cheaper than the Hydroflex because then we bought the class.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering how that header was going to get down the road, but
Well, it has a header trailer. We did have a little bit of issues at one point yesterday, but
oh, I can believe it. Yep.
figured it out. That one road that goes between, I think, what is it, 13 and 11, the header kind of fell off the trailer sideways, and
Oh, crap.
DK had a fun time trying to get that thing out of there, but you got it.
Oh, looks like we got this field, what, a good half done here so far. So like I said, it doesn't take too long to actually seed with this particular planter. It'd just be nice if it actually had the fertilizer on it. We'll have to see once maybe upgrade to the next size in-game seeder here. Or possibly as well, I'll have to look. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, I do have the Great Plains seed drill. I don't think I've actually tried them yet. I'll have to maybe try those out. Might be a good choice for this map as well. For those who remember the Great Plains seed drill back from Farming Simulator 15, looks like the exact same seeder. Like I said, I just have not tried it out yet. Yeah, I definitely don't think we'll be getting any large, air seeders, the Case air seeder, the John Deere air seeders, any DB90s or DB120s here on the server, on this map anyway. Those
User
seeders,
joined your
I think, could
channel.
be a little bit big for it. Hey, Chris.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Hello. Uh-oh. I think Chris
What,
there
no
might be having
sound
some...
on my mic?
User joined your channel.
Hey guys.
No, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
How's it going, guys?
Let's go on
Good.
yourself.
Pretty good.
Must be the time for everybody to join here, looks like.
Hey, Randy, I have something. I don't know. I was thinking. I was watching YouTube just now, and you know what? It's
No,
pretty.
he's recording.
You probably. Oh, he is.
Yep.
Oh.
That's fine.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
My little cousins.
It sounds like they're having fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're playing with Legos.
They ain't throwing Legos, are they?
Not that I know of.
That's exactly what I say when I'm babysitting.
Not that you know of. Good answer.
All right. Did you add any mods since I came in? Which was like, yeah. No, you didn't.
Not that I know of. Nope.
I'm coming in. Yeah, I got one more week of school and then I got spring break, so.
Okay, we're back and
You want me to
joined by
take over
Hunter here.
Ryan's job? It was just mowing.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. I'm gonna hop on that then.
Oh, just noticed. Looks like we're about ready to run out of seed here as well.
Yeah, last night was kind of funny when I came down here.
Oh, why's that?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Oh,
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, let's just
What
put it
happened,
at that.
Chris?
I jumped over here 2 seconds to say goodbye, and all I hear is, "User has been banned. User has been banned." I was like, "Whoa!" I'm not gonna mention any
Somebody?
names right now.
Some buddies.
Okay. Somebody.
Oh, you should know him.
Does his name start with a B?
No.
J? Or
Nope.
K?
I think Farm King's gonna have a whale of time getting this draper header and combine into field 11 here.
Go the other way.
He's kind of hung up on something. I don't know what.
I don't want to know.
Maybe use the tractor to pull it in the field.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's hung up on the trees.
Is it just me, or is everybody having like horrible frames per second?
Same here.
No, I'm
'Cause
running
I'm at
60.
15.
I don't have the greatest computer in the world. I play on a Dell laptop. So.
Okay, we just ran out of seed here, so I think with that we'll
Well, I
maybe
came in,
wrap
I
up
was
the
like,
video.
why am I like lagging?
Okay, with that we'll wrap up the video here. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.